was staying in the nation's capital, where Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers has declared that it will continue its strike despite the federal government's intervention to address the union's grievances. The development follows a closed-door meeting that lasted over 6 hours, which ended in a deadlock. NUPENG leaders had criticized Dangote refinery's recruitment conditions, which they say prohibit drivers from joining oil and gas unions. They describe these conditions as a violation of Section 40 of the Nigerian Constitution, the Labour Act, and the International Organization Conventions 98 and 87. The meeting was led by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Dingyadi, Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Nkiruka Yejiocha, as well as Dangote Group Management and NUPENG representatives, as part of efforts to resolve the industrial dispute between the two parties to avert the planned industrial action by NUPENG. Minister of Labour and Employment Mohammed Dingyadi appealed to both parties to exercise patience in the interest of the public.
The representative of the Dangote refinery worked out on the Honorable Minister and organized labor. Even when we bent backward to accommodate his uncompromising behavior, he still did what he had to do. So we are left with no option than to do the needful. The action continues. It's not for us to decide. It takes more than a party to reach a resolution. So whenever the representative of the Dangote petroleum refinery, when he sees the need for a meaningful dialogue, why not? We are ready.
So it's unfortunate that at this point in time, we're having an investor whose main purpose is to say there can't be union in his establishment. He wants to monopolize the entire system and even monopolize workers alongside with them. This we said no. And it can't happen during our time.
We should be able to sort out these issues by the grace of God. I want to appeal to everybody to please try to maintain peace, to be able to get both parties to agree on something that will ensure that the strike is called off. This is the position so far.
Now, energy expert Dario Samo joins me via Zoom from Lagos here. Good to have you join us. What do you make of the standoff between Pengasan?
Thank you for having me.
What do you make of the standoff between Pengasan and the Dangote refinery? Mr. Samaj, I want to be sure that you can hear me.
Thank you very much. I think the first thing is that we are happy that the two parties have agreed to talk. So it's unfortunate that there could not be any agreement at the initial meeting. The expectation is that there will be a secret meeting and the parties can now move, either from the side of Dangote or for the union. Hopefully, and with the intervention of the federal government, we hope that party can compromise and have a common ground so that the economy can move forward.
And as
a union, you do not expect them to easily give in to at the first meeting. So we expect a more elaborate discussion at the secret meeting down the road. I am positive that they are there and are going.
And for this strike by NUPENG, which is now supported by Pengasan, just to make that correction, people are looking at the reason for the strike, which is the idea that, or the allegations that Dangote Group has asked its truck drivers not to join the union. How valid is that as a reason to choose to begin a strike?
Well, I mean, that itself, of course, is a valid reason for union to at least be agitated because of collectiveness in the union, labor union. However, there equally need to be a balance. As an employer, you equally want to protect your interests. And the question is, in protecting your own interests, how far is that impinging on other people's interests? So this is where dialogue, understanding, and transparency is important between Dangote Refinery Management and the labor union. Everybody has to be reasonable so that we can move forward.
And for those who say Dangote Refinery is operating on a free trade zone, so perhaps it has its the legal standing, as it were, to set its own rules. How do you also react to that, and how do you think that this matter should be resolved? Because it looks like fuel scarcity is looming.
Yes, thank you very much. What the most important thing is the two parties, either the union, the Dangote Refinery. I feel aware that at the end of the day, the populace, the Nigerian economy will suffer if the matter is not resolved quickly. We expect the government to intervene as an independent arbiter, and we equally expect key stakeholders within the oil and gas industry to put pressure on parties so that they can compromise. Let me do the word compromise. Because I can tell you for free, if the strike continues within a week, you will see the ripple effect. It's not the day that the strike started that you begin to see the ripple effect. 1 week down the road, the little gain we've gathered in the industry will be wiped out with a protracted strike. And if you look at the strategic importance of Dangote Refinery, vis-a-vis the supply chain in Nigeria now, we cannot afford to have a strike disrupting their services. So I pray and I hope that the union, together with government and Dangote, can sit down together, iron this out, and move forward for the sake of the economy and the populace. As quickly as possible.
Absolutely, because just recently the president was talking about the country meeting its revenue target. This is indeed, will be rather a setback for the country. Thank you so much for your time, energy expert Dari Usamo.